right, man. It's Lear from the Bebop Boys podcast. And man, we saw Fantastic Four last night. And let me tell you, it was pretty goddamn good.
To space and come back forever changed.
This car?
The review I'm going to give it's a spoiler-free review. I'm going to try my best not to spoil a lot of the main points, but there is some stuff that I do got to get to. I won't talk about the ending. I'll do that in a separate video. Let's get into it right now. So, starting off, first thing I got to say, I love the whole retro, was it the 60s? 1960 aesthetic. So this Fantastic Four takes place in a different universe. I believe it's 828? Supposed to be referencing Jack Kirby's birthday. So it's Earth 828. So this Earth is a different Earth. They don't have the Avengers. They don't have super beings or anything. They just have the Fantastic Four and their technology. And their technology is basically it's very advanced. Picture Fallout technology during that time period. The time period is the 60s or it's older times, but it's still the future. So Reed Richards, played by Pedro Pascal, basically, it's the smartest being in the universe. And he advanced this technology so far. So everything is retro futuristic. So one thing about the story is that when it starts off with, they're already 4 years into being Fantastic Four. They do a montage of how they get their powers and everything, which I'm going to go back to and touch on and everything. But it does a montage of how they got their powers and who they fight. The Red Ghost, which John Malkovich was supposed to play him, but he ended up cutting his part. So it's just Reed Richards. He uses his power to fight on a ring thing and everything. They do like Mole Man. They show Mole Man, and I don't know the actor's name. I believe he was in that Boston Bomber movie or something. But he's in there. Mole Man is in there. What else? So they do like a quick montage of that to catch you up to speed, what's going on with the world and everything. And basically the Fantastic Four members are not superhero, obviously, but they're celebrities.
Famous around the world.
Shows and everything. Everybody loves the Fantastic Four, which plays a big point in the dynamic of the story midway through. So they're celebrities, and the film opens up with Reed Richards and Sue Storm, played by Vanessa Kirby. I think I'm saying her last name right. They open up with a pregnancy, and they've been trying to get pregnant for 2 years, and they're finally pregnant. And then it cuts to Ben and Johnny at dinner. I don't know who Johnny Storm's played by. Joshua. He's the dude in Stranger Things. So it cuts to them, and they're all just at the table, and they announce that they're pregnant and everything, or Ben guesses. And so it picks up. So it goes into the modern day of what they're doing right now, or not modern day, but what they're doing right now, the present. And Ben's life. And one of my favorite characters is Ben because I like seeing his dynamic. I always thought that was an interesting dynamic that they even did. That's why I don't like 2015 and Fan Four Stick, because even the older Fantastic Four, they go into Ben transforming into the thing and his big rock, and then how it plays into his personal life. And they touch on that in here because he's got a girl that he wants to see, but bro, I'm a fucking rock, man. What can I fucking do? I can't do anything. But she seems she doesn't really care about it, but he has a real connection to the neighborhood. They love him out there. So I really like that part about Ben. Another thing that I do like Johnny Storm's personality. I thought when I saw him, he was just going to be just this womanizer, one-liner dude. And he's way more than that. He's actually smart and plays a pivotal role in the plot with the Silver Surfer, which is really cool. So I was expecting Johnny to be giving them superhero quotes. I'm going to heat up this one, but no, he didn't do that. He's still funny, but the humor in this movie isn't overshadowed. It isn't at the forefront with other Marvel movies, which is pretty good. It gets very serious at moments. And one thing about this is that I was thinking that from the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, I was thinking that something dire is going to happen and these niggas might leave the planet behind. And without spoiling it, Galactus, they meet Galactus. Galactus is in the movie because he's in the trailer and everything. But they meet Galactus and he wants something from them that they don't want to give up. And which leads to one of the best scenes out of all of Marvel. It's Silver Surfer. It's them leaving Galactus's home or ship and running away from him. And Silver Surfer, or I don't know her name, Shalabal. She's probably my second favorite part of this movie. But yeah, her design is so sleek. When she talks, it's very reverberated. Everything matters. Every time she talks, I gotta listen because I feel like if I don't listen, I'm gonna miss something. But yeah, she's very pivotal. Her abilities are very cool. There's one part in the movie that I think she died. I thought that, damn, they did the Marvel shit where they kill her off and then she's not coming back. But I believe that she will be back, her and Galactus. But anyway, no. So one of the scenes is Silver Surfer is chasing them through a wormhole, a portal or whatever, light speed. And it's so interstellar because while Johnny is shooting her with the laser bends. And Ben is piloting the ship and he's trying to chase her off of him. But while that is going on, they accelerate. I almost did a spoiler. But Sue is giving birth. She's giving birth. And some of the shots the shot of her laying on this little control center with lights. It is so fucking dope. It's so good. Like I said, some of the best looking shots of Marvel. It was reminding me of Guardians when they on Guardians 3 when they got in the suits and they went to that star or planet, whatever it was. But no, that was very good. That was very dope. I really liked that. And even the music in this was another pivotal piece. It was very old timey and 60s. They had those the Fantastic Four. They had that little fast talking shit, and I loved that shit. It felt very reminiscent of the old Fantastic Four stuff. But now, what else I like? I really like when they showed Galactus on film. It was dude was hardly in the time frame. He hardly was in the frame. Like I said, another part of the movie that I liked, it's hot as hell. Another part of the movie that I liked Galactus. Like I said, he couldn't even fit into the frame of what's it called? We saw it in laser HD Dolby Atmos, so the sound was perfect. But if I would have saw it in IMAX, I felt like I would have seen more frame of Galactus. Dude wasn't even in frame. When he was talking, it sounded like the speakers were about to fucking crack and break. That shit was I was expecting a lot from Galactus because last time that we seen him, he was like a fucking cloud. So this time we're seeing him, it was very good. But that was a lot of the stuff that I like from the movie. What else I like? I didn't really have a problem with the pacing. One of my critiques on Superman was some of the pacing was a little bit lackluster, or some of the pacing could have been just a little bit better. But with this one, the things that I do have a problem with was I wanted to see just not an origin story, but I like how they did the montages, but I wanted to see how they got their powers, I know they went into space and they got hit with a cosmic ray and they ended up coming back with the different abilities, and they did show them coming back and using those powers to help the city out and everything and why everybody loved them. But I would have just loved to see even Reed arm stretching or the band rocking up paws. But or Johnny. It was that. What else didn't I like? The ending. That Marvel trope that happens, that the same thing they do with God Butcher, the High Evolutionary. Will they come back or will they return? We don't know. It's up in the air. We're playing it by ear. So just with the villains being so cool, with Galactus and Silver Surfer being so cool, I just hope to see them again. I did feel genuine fear when she announced that, yo, I'm Harold, I'm Miss Harold, I'm Miss Harold, and I herald your end and all that. I really did like that. The CGI on the baby was a little shaky, but everything else was good. Like I said, bro, I've already been watching a lot of depressing stuff, so I was like, yo, the universe is gonna end, right? We saw in Thunderbolts, they came to their universe, so did they leave their earth behind them? Maybe. But overall, I really did like the movie. I'm thinking like fucking watching 20 Cent Anthony Fantano videos. I'm thinking 8 out of 10, maybe. I don't know, closer to a 9, 8.5, closer to a 9. But overall, I would say if you are an MCU fan and you just haven't been really MCU driven lately, I will go see this film. I know we always get that. It's the best since Endgame. I think it's a step above I gotta see Thunderbolts again. But I think right now it's a step above Thunderbolts. It's one step above Thunderbolts to me. But I am going to get into spoilers and post-credit scenes because that scene was pretty even. It was divisive. So check me out for the next video.